Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 14th through the 20th. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, my dears, my darlings, you might stumble upon this video outside of the date I mentioned, the 14th through the 20th. If that's the case, don't worry. You came across it whenever you were meant to come across it. Not every single message will resonate, but take what does. We're going to see what is coming up here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. One more shuffle. Let's get right on into it. All right, my dears. So the first card coming up for Sagittarius is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups can be a card that comes up when we're feeling confused or overwhelmed. However, the Seven of Cups, I've noticed, can be a kind of a good overwhelmed. Okay, keep in mind that we're going through a lot of shifts right now. I've talked about it in the previous videos. If you didn't watch the weekly forecast that I did, sorry, we got some blurriness happening here. If you didn't watch the weekly forecast that I did the week of the full moon we had, not the new moon, but the full moon, go back and watch that because I talk a little bit here or in that video about what's happening right now with the cycle that's going to be going for the next 6 months or so, right? We've had an eclipse, then we had a solar eclipse with the new moon we just had. So we've got this eclipse energy coming in back to back. This really magnifies energy and it makes the energy last longer. And the energy right now is about releasing things that have been holding us back, clearing limited beliefs, releasing what no longer serves us. So one of the things I've noticed about Seven of Cups in my readings, it usually comes up for people where you were really super, super blocked in your thinking process. You were very limited in your thinking and you felt stuck and you felt trapped because there didn't seem to be any choices. There didn't seem to be any options. All of a sudden, when that gets unblocked and your eyes open up and you don't have that limited thinking anymore, you don't have that mental block anymore, you are like, oh my goodness, there's actually several solutions. There's several paths I can take. There's several things that I can do. But now I feel stuck because I'm scared. I don't want to choose the wrong one. Which one am I supposed to do? Right? And a lot of this time, this comes up because when you were younger, you were made to feel like everything you liked was stupid, right? And it can be very subtle. It can be older siblings or kids in school teasing you or making fun of you because of what you like. It could be, asking your parent or your guardian to buy you some toy or some box of cereal at the store, and they're like, no, I'm not spending money on that garbage, put it away, right? And then you think, okay, well, I guess I like garbage then. Like, you don't know, like you think you like the wrong stuff, so you begin to get disconnected from your heart chakra. You begin to get disconnected from that inner compass which guides you towards your passion, right? Seven of Cups, some of you are overwhelmed. You're not sure which direction to go in, but know and understand this is a time of you getting your fire back, getting your passion back, giving yourself permission to like what you like. Okay, if you're feeling super stuck, I'll give you a quick little homework assignment that can really help when the Seven of Cups comes up. Write out a list of the things you're considering doing. And then one by one, imagine yourself living your life having made that choice. Which ones made you feel the happiest? Like, which ones really resonated with you? Which ones really felt good to you? Narrow it down. And then once you have those, start doing your research. Okay, what do I have to do to make this happen? Do I have to, learn a certain skill? Am I going to need to come up with money for that? How might I come up with that? Am I going to need to move somewhere? What action steps do I need to take to align with this dream or this idea? Once you do that, it's going to be very clear to you which ones of these ideas or goals you can start doing right now, and which ones are going to be the ones that are going to be the long-term goal that you're going to have to work towards or build up to. And then You won't be stuck anymore. You'll be moving, okay? Your next card here, Sagittarius, is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles also came up for Leo, right? Leo was in an energy where they were kind of starting all over again, or at least that's what I felt. I felt like they were kind of starting all over again. For you guys, I feel the Three of Pentacles a little bit differently, Sagittarius. For you guys, I feel the Three of Pentacles is that you're beginning to build a future that is really manifesting independence that you've been hungry for or that you've been longing for. Okay, like and I'm getting a sense of identity here too, which is interesting because Three of Pentacles isn't typically a card that is associated traditionally, or even I've never associated Three of Pentacles with identity. But I'm feeling like the solar plexus chakra, like I'm feeling energy swirling around on my solar plexus, and even also in my sacral chakra. So I feel something is happening here with building confidence and like creating your identity, right? A lot of you are beginning to realize that, hey, I'm not living the life that I want, or I've just kind of been doing what I thought I was supposed to do. And so I feel there's like this sense of recreating yourself with this Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is typically like somebody mentoring you or taking you under their wing, or like being trained up to advance in your career. But for some reason, the vibe I'm getting is like you rebuilding yourself, okay? Which is very interesting because I can't recall ever having gotten that vibe from Three of Pentacles in a reading, but that's the vibe I'm getting here, is like you having a new foundation for yourself and like putting yourself back together from the ground up, kind of, okay, coming into this new energy. Traditionally speaking though, Three of Pentacles can be like moving up in your career, beginning to catch the eye of your supervisors. I feel some of you are manifesting some kind of a internship, like an internship, or like a work for school credit kind of thing, that seems like a dream come true. I feel that is happening for some of you as well. Like people like, how did you manage that? And you're like, I don't know. It just happened, right? So I feel like some of you are manifesting some kind of significant training or internship that's going to be very beneficial for you in your career. Your next card here, Sagittarius, is the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords is a card that freaks a lot of people out. They don't like to see it because it can indicate sadness and heartache. Now, being that we're in a time of release, okay, Three of Swords can just be things from the past coming to the surface, or as you're waking up and you're going your path, you're going your way, people start to lose control over you and their true colors start to come out, and that can be a little bit upsetting, like that can be hurtful. Three of Swords can also come up, like I said, when you're beginning to see the truth in a situation, when spirit or the universe is showing you, these people or this situation, it's not worth the sacrifices that you're making, right? Like you're making sacrifices, or you're being loyal to people or situations that don't deserve it. I see that happen a lot with the Three of Swords. Like when spirit is revealing a truth, or spirit is making sure that you see the true colors about somebody. But we're going to pull clarifiers here because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like that card. So we're going to go a little bit deeper. I don't normally pull clarifiers in the weekly forecasts because people just want me to hurry up and like just hurry up with the message. But we'll pull clarifiers here. 1, 2, and 3. So clarifier 1 is the Strength card. You guys might be dealing with a Leo, okay? I'm just going to say, because Leo also had the Three of Pentacles come up, and this is a card with Leo, okay? Like this is a card that represents Leo. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a family dynamic. It could be a work dynamic. It could be a friend, a longtime friend. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. But the Strength card does have that Leo connection, and they also had the Three of Pentacles, so that is a possibility. Knight of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Okay. Now, the Strength card, let's put Leo aside here for a moment. The Strength card is a card that comes up when we might be going out into uncharted territory and we're having to go it alone. One thing that, like, from my experience reading over the years and pulling cards for myself, and there was a time that this card was like my stalker card, it did not matter which deck I picked up. It did not matter, how many times I shuffled. I kept getting the Strength card. It was ridiculous. And so from that experience, I kind of have a specific impression of the Strength card when it comes up in my readings. And that is that you're coming into a time when it just kind of might feel like nobody around you is seeing what you're seeing. Nobody around you is as, like, aligned with where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do, and you may be feeling called to leave your geographical environment. Like, you might be really thinking about exploring or going out there. Okay. Overall, though, for some of you might be in that energy, right? And they say that Sagittarius likes to travel. That's one of the things. You guys have a reputation of being people that like to experience different cultures and see the world and, learn about different places and people. And so some of you are kicking into that energy. But traditionally, the Strength card is about embracing our vulnerability. Embracing our vulnerability. And it's a card that I've seen to come up to say that it's a time for you to learn to be committed and loyal to yourself. And as you're committed and loyal to yourself, that's when you're going to start manifesting people that are going to come into your life that are going to have your back, that are going to stand up for you, that are going to protect you, that are going to fight alongside you, right? But if you're constantly putting what you want on the back burner, you're just going to have people in your life that are used to you accommodating them. So there's a sense of, like, embracing vulnerability, being loyal to yourself, being committed to yourself, and then manifesting these kinds of relationships and these kind of loyal relationships for yourself in the future moving forward. Knight of Pentacles tells you one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. This is not a race. Before you know it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much I've accomplished. I can't believe how much I've changed. Just one foot in front of the other. The High Priestess here is intuition, okay? Esoteric knowledge. Some of you might be getting more connected with spirituality. Some of you might be exploring your spiritual gifts. In general, High Priestess comes up for me when your chakras are clearing and aligning, and you have this beautiful, powerful healing energy flowing through your body, and it makes you very irresistible, right? Like, people could even be, like, obsessing about you or addicted to you. Okay, maybe some of you have something karmic with a Leo that you're going to be breaking out of. But for the majority of you, this is telling us that as you are beginning to, transcend here, ascend, going into this new dynamic, some of you are going to have all of a sudden a lot of attention, right? People out of nowhere all of a sudden sliding into your DMs. People all of a sudden trying to talk to you or show you attention. You're like, wow, these people didn't even know I was alive, and now all of a sudden they're taking interest in me. They're kind of sneaky. They're seeing that you're changing. They're seeing that you're going places, and they're trying to attach to you now so that they can say later, aha, remember me, Sagittarius? I was here for you right before you were successful. I'm a real friend. But really, they were just sleeping in the background for the longest time. All of a sudden, they saw you making these little subtle changes, and they saw your potential, and they saw you stand up and start to do something, and they tried to get in early. And so the Three of Swords, for a lot of you, is going to be, there's a divine intervention that you're going to see truths about these people. Like, Spirit is going to say, nope, we're not going to let you trick Sagittarius. We're not. Right? Sagittarius has been through enough. Sagittarius is working really hard. Sagittarius doesn't need your foolishness right now. And so the Three of Swords for some of you is going to be that you're seeing that some people don't have good intentions, right? You're seeing the selfish motivations. Some of you are seeing the truth about family members or longtime friends, and it might make you a little bit sad. But one more thing that I have said about the Three of Swords, it always makes me think of when I used to teach preschool and the little kids would be running around on the playground and like one of them would fall and they'd be screaming and crying like it was the end of the world. They weren't faking it. It was real emotion. It was real. It scared them to all of a sudden fall, like, break their little flow. It hurt, right? But you give them a hug, you give them an ice pack or a little Band-Aid, and then 2 seconds later they're running off again. They're a T-Rex, they're a Superman, they're like whatever, right? Like there's whatever they were doing. And I always have seen Three of Swords in that way. It might be a pain that really like hurts and just breaks your heart, and you may cry and it might be intense, but it's over before you know it. It's like, oh, okay, well, I got that out of my system and now I feel lighter. Like now I feel like I can, go and, do what I need to do. So even though it's not a fun energy, it's something that's happening to free you and to help you feel lighter, to see the truth, and to keep you from sacrificing and being loyal to people that don't deserve it. Okay, your next card here, Sagittarius, is the Victory card, the Six of Wands. What a sweet way to top off your reading, huh? The Six of Wands can be standing out or beating out the competition in a situation. So those of you that are taking steps in trying to improve your situation, you may be putting in for jobs or putting in proposals for business, or to work with certain companies. You may be putting in to rent or buy a property. But you may be putting your hat in the ring, so to speak, and you might be pleasantly surprised that you are being chosen. Okay, you're standing out. I feel some of you Sagittarius are feeling like it's a miracle. Like you're going and you're applying for a job, or you're going and you're trying to like rent a place or buy a place, and you it's competitive and you're like, oh, but these other people, like they have more than me or they're more qualified than me. But I feel Sagittarius, what's happening is that the person you're dealing with is looking at you and they're seeing something in you they really like. And they're like, no, you know what? I like Sagittarius. Sagittarius has something about them. There's potential here. There's ambition here. There's zeal here. There's just something about Sagittarius I really like. And so you're beating out the competition, even though you might not have been the most qualified person or the person with the most money or highest income or best credit. There's something about you that like you're being chosen. Okay. And so there's this sense of victory, this sense of joy. I feel that a lot of you had put in for something back in May and you're hearing back in the next week or so, and it's going to be good news. Sometimes the Six of Wands comes up for me as far as truth being revealed about you as well. So if people have been, spreading rumors about you or speaking lies, Six of Wands could indicate that the truth is coming out in a big way, and everybody's gonna know that that person's been lying and what they were saying wasn't true. There can be a vindication and a validation with Six of Wands as well. In terms of self-employment, this could be that all of a sudden you're getting a lot of increase in referrals, like people coming to you out of referrals. And so you're growing or making a reputation or name for yourself as well. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. Don't forget, love readings for June are linked in the description. You can watch those if you haven't already. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, my dears.